Hi, this is Larry Jordan. This is an excerpt of a Power Up webinar entitled Apps and Plugins for Final Cut Pro 10. By the way, we have a new subscription membership service. All of our online video training, tutorials, and webinars are now available via subscription. This includes all of our Final Cut Pro 10 training and our Adobe training. For one low monthly fee, you get streaming access anywhere, anytime via the internet. Plus, subscribers can attend any live webinar for free. This is a fast and low-cost way to access all of our online training. To learn more, visit larryjordan.biz/subscriptions. Probably my favorite standalone application is a program called Event Manager 10, also made by Intelligent Assistants at intelligentassistants.com. It's a $4.99 standalone application that enables and disables Final Cut Pro 10 events and projects. Plus, it tracks events and projects which are stored in offline media. Let me illustrate. Here's the Event Manager 10. Double-click it so it opens up. What it's doing is it lists all of the available events in the top window and all of my available projects in the bottom window. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't feel comfortable having client A see work that I'm doing for client B. They should just see their materials, not all the other materials. Yet, Final Cut 10 wants to have all events and all projects online all at the same time, always, which just drives me nuts. One, it gets really hard to maneuver through all those different events, and number two, I don't think anybody but me should know what's there. So there's a couple ways we could solve this. When we have an event or a project, it's stored on our second drive in a folder called Final Cut Events. And these are the 5 events that I have access to. But I also have a stack of files called Final Cut Events Not in Use. These are files that I'm not using that I would like to use. Maybe not right now, but I don't want to take them offline. I want to be able to have access to them. So there we go. There's the Final Cut Events folder. This is the stuff that Final Cut sees, and any folder that's not in the Final Cut Events folder, Final Cut ignores. Well, rather than just drag folders to the desktop or put them somewhere, I've gone to a format of Final Cut Events and Final Cut Events Not in Use. It's either active or it's inactive. Well, this folder naming was actually invented by Greg Clark, one of the programmers behind Event Manager 10. So what I'm able to do here is by using this application, I can say, let's open the model railroad footage. And these are all the projects that I want to use. These are the ones I'm using for our demo today, so I'm going to leave those alone. Notice this checkbox down here. If I don't check this, then it's going to simply move the files from the inactive to active or active to inactive. It does all that file copy behind the scenes without me having to worry about it. Or if I click this, not only does it reorganize the files, making stuff visible or invisible, it also starts Final Cut. So that's exactly what's happening. It's now copying the files that I want into the Final Cut Events folder, moving files that I don't want into the Final Cut Events Not in Use folder, and I just have a single interface that allows me to access all of that. This is such a helpful utility. I just can't edit in Final Cut 10 without it. And at $5, oh my goodness, it's a great price. So for people that are doing more than one project at a time, this is a great deal. For the complete version of this webinar, visit our store at larryjordan.biz/store. On the left-hand side, click Power Up Webinars and look for webinar number 65. And thanks.